Hello everybody. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I was able to self-study for AP Gov and get a 5. So I'm going to go over all the materials that I used, the timeline that I studied it on, and some extra tips for you on exam day. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump in. So I started out just pretty easy. My biggest tip for you is to start early for any AP exam that you want to self-study. So I knew in August before the AP exam that I wanted to self-study, but I only spent about a half hour every day for the whole first semester studying. And for that half hour, I would work through Khan Academy things. So I have a link for Khan Academy in the description. Basically, I just set a timer, but typically what it allowed me to do was just get through one lesson of every AP concept each day. So I would watch the videos, I would read the articles, and then I would complete the problem set. And that usually took me about 30 minutes. And so I was able to go through all of their mini lessons and units within the first semester. However, because I was only spending 30 minutes a day and I wasn't taking notes, a lot of it went in one ear and out the other. However, it definitely introduced all of the AP concepts to me so that they stuck a lot better when I reviewed them. And if you're really looking to study hard, then taking notes would be a great way to increase the effect that doing Khan Academy lessons has on your score. So over Christmas, I got an AP US Government and Politics study book from Princeton Review, and I would go through it with you, except I actually threw it away after I finished my exam, but here's a picture of it. So it was really helpful. Probably out of all the materials, this was the best thing, and I'd really recommend getting this. I found the Princeton Review to be particularly helpful. I would guess that you could use Barron's or any other prep plan book. If you have experience with those other books, then you can talk about that in the comments below. I really don't know, but I thought Princeton Review was great. And so in the first 6 to 8 weeks, I went through all of the content review in the book. I highlighted, I took notes in the margins. I went through it at a pretty rapid pace because there's a lot of pages to go through in that short amount of time. But I really tried to drill it into my brain. I would review, I was memorizing the dates and the names of the court cases. Especially doing this over winter break helped me because I didn't have a whole lot of other school things I was doing at the time. Definitely, if you are looking to self-study, you need a prep book of some kind. So after completing that, I then went ahead and read it again. But I did this over more like 2 months. So I spread it out. I read fewer pages each day. Because it was taking me less time to go through each day, I did several other things as well. First, I started watching the Heimler Gov videos. So again, I'll put a link for that in the description. I watched 3 every single day up until my exam date. That allowed me to get through every single AP Gov video that he has. If you've taken AP classes before, it's very possible that you've watched Heimler. It's great, they're funny, and they also cover the course concepts really well. So I watched those, and then also at a slower pace, I read the foundational documents. And I read these at the beginning of the first semester when I was studying, but now I printed them out, I underlined particular parts, and I took some note cards and I summarized each of the documents. I reviewed the summaries, I created an outline, and then wrote down some key phrases to really be able to help me on my argumentative essay. So once I finished reading the Princeton Review prep book for the second time, which was about early April or so, I had 1 month left till the exam, I really focused on studying the FRQs and taking the Princeton Review practice test. So I would try to take a practice test about every 2 weeks. I wouldn't take it all at once. Usually I'd recommend trying to sit down and take it all at once. But I practiced using the practice tests, and I used the College Board's old released FRQs and went through those, and I would complete the answers. I do like 1 or 2 FRQs a day, and then I would self-grade. And I found this to be really helpful, especially in the last week of the exam. I didn't feel like I fully nailed down how to do each problem until that last week. And then again, I really focused on reading those foundational documents because, again, they're so essential for the argumentative essay, but also in the other parts of the exam. So I read those probably 3 times a piece in that last month, and sometimes I'd read multiple ones a day, sometimes I'd just read that one, or I'd just read a page of one of the documents, trying to cement those ideas into my mind. So that's kind of everything that I did before the exam to prepare. So some final tips for you as you're preparing are, in order to ace the multiple choice questions, definitely knowing that exam content that's in your prep book that's what's gonna help you the most. Knowing the vocabulary words is probably hands down the most important thing, but also just knowing the numbers behind that, knowing the processes. If you don't understand something in the prep book, then use Khan Academy videos to help you, or Heimler history videos to help you. All of those things will help you ace the multiple choice section. The FRQs are a little trickier to self-study for, and so this just takes time. Princeton Review has some great tips on how to solve those problems, but a lot of it is just trial and error and practicing with College Board's previous questions at home, and just learning exactly what the College Board graders are looking for, especially in the argumentative essay, and learning what's going to give you the points and what's not. And then also learning your key phrases, what describe means versus what explain means, etc. So those are the most important tips that I can give you for studying for AP Gov. If you do all these things, then you are definitely going to pass, if not get a 5 on the exam. Make sure you start early, and make sure you stay dedicated and committed, taking those notes, reviewing everything, and practicing daily, and you're gonna pass AP Gov with flying colors. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, then please like and subscribe. You can help me achieve my own college dreams by engaging with my channel. The way that this works is that this is an extracurricular that I'm doing over the summer, and so the more engagement I receive, the bigger a part of my college application it'll become. And also, you can help me pay for college by staying at home, by simply subscribing and helping me monetize my channel. So again, I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe. If you have any ideas for future videos or any questions about this one, then please leave those in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and good luck on self-studying for your AP Gov exam. I know you can do it.